And it goes a little something like.
Good damn day, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name's Shelby, and if you're new here, hi, how are ya? So today we have a pretty exciting video. We are reviewing the Mikayla X GLAMLITE Pot 2 palette. This one is really exciting because in total you get about 15 pieces. You get 2 palettes, 2 eyelashes, 2 lip kits, which come with 3 products each, highlighter, and a 4 brush set. So I went ahead and I got the full collection so that way I could go over everything and review it. I figured let's go ahead and jump in. So I will have swatches. If you want to see how I achieved this look, make sure you watch till the end of the video, or you can skip ahead, I guess. Without further ado, let's get to it. So let's start by going over the palettes. You get a jumbo palette, which is a 30 pan palette, and then you get a mini palette, which is a 10 pan palette. I really love the coloring of these palettes. It is this beautiful dark green. And then the mini is velvet. It kind of gives me like Anastasia Beverly Hills vibes. Like just the way, the size of it and the velvet on there. I do love that she went with green and gold. I do really love this palette. It's beautiful. And the inside is no different. You get some very beautiful shades in here. I personally think this is a palette that I could take pretty much anywhere because these are the shades that I gravitate towards. I love greens and browns and golds, so this is a win-win for me. Plus, with fall coming up, this is an excellent palette to kind of keep as your everyday staple. I bought this set the first day it came out. I bought it within 5 minutes of launching, and this palette was the only one besides the PR box that had sold out the first day that I could see, and for good reason. So in this palette, you get 10 shades. Let's start with the top row. You get Aspire, Blossom, January 23rd, Teddy, and Butterfly. In the bottom, you get Charcuterie, Soft Center, Workaholic, Chorico, and Tea Time. Now, I don't know if I said Chorico correctly, but let's just hope so. So, the next palette we have is this one. It has 30 eyeshadows in it. This has some very pretty colors in it as well. I must say, GLAMLITE does really good shimmers. All the shimmers in these palettes are chef's kiss. They are so good and so pigmented, especially when you do Mikayla's little trick. I don't know if it's necessarily Mikayla's trick or if she's learned it somewhere else, but I learned it from her specifically, and that is to use NYX Glitter Primer down before you put any shimmer shade or any glitter shade down. This just amplifies it, and I did that on my eyes. It just amplified the sparkle so much, so I definitely recommend doing that. Let's go ahead and get into swatches. So we'll start by the first row and work our way down. So the first row we have Glazed, Sparkly, Poppin', Dreams, Insane, and Cloud 9. These are all really beautiful shimmers. In the second row, we have Glitter, 11, 20, 21, Gold AF, Bro, Starbies, and Beauty Kills. For the third row down, we have 13, Fall River, Grateful, Cody James, The Market, and The Commons. On the fourth row, we have Mama Wang, Pat Rice, Oh My God, Mimu, Baddie, and Authenticity. And for the last row, which is probably one of my favorite rows, is I Love You. I absolutely adore this color. I think it is so pretty. We have No Hash Lines, 2021, Wicked Awesome, You, and Black is Black. Those are all the colors from the GLAMLITE 30 pan palette. All in all, I think this is a great palette. If you love those jewel tones, if you love those colors, definitely recommend. Also, it's very pretty to look at. There's not a bad thing I could say about either palette. So the pricing on these palettes for the full collection, if you're not getting the PR bundle, is $149. Like I said, you do get 15 products total. But they are combined into sets. So the 30 pan palette here, this palette retails for $42, which I think, I mean, that's not bad. That's a little bit over $1. It's like $1.25 $1.50 per eyeshadow, which really isn't bad. And then for the 10 pan palette, this palette retails for $18, which once again, that's not bad, especially if you're comparing it to like a Anastasia palette. So Anastasia palettes, they are the same size, but Anastasia palettes, you do get 14 shades, but they're a lot smaller. You get all these awesome shimmers and then all these mattes, and there's just a lot of different options you can do with this palette. So for 18 bucks, I definitely think that is an excellent deal. Next, I wanted to talk about the brushes. So you do get 4 brushes. The brush set retails for $18, so that's about $4.50 for a brush, which in the grand scheme of things, that's not too bad. $4.50 for a brush. Most places are about $4 to $6 to $7. Some places are upwards of $10 to $20 for one brush. Eyeshadow brushes, that is. So I don't think that's a bad deal at all. I do really love the brushes. You do get 2 blending brushes. You get a more floofy one and a more precise blending brush. Then you get a, you know, I don't know what the heck kind of brush this is. I call it a Stampy brush. I don't know what this is, but you get one of those, and then you get like an eyeliner brush. I love the length of them. I think they're a great length. Some brushes are just like a hair too short. These ones, I just like the length. It kind of makes me feel like I'm painting, and I do love that. The brushes are pretty soft too, so they're very easy to blend. And then I was just kind of using my Cinema Secrets and cleaning my brush in between, since there's only 2 blending brushes and I really like to go in there. The next part we have here is we did get 2 different lip kits. So I'm not a super glossy gal, but I know that's like the new thing nowadays. So Mikayla did come out with 2 lip kits for this collab. One is the Golden Dreams, which is this one, and this one is my favorite. And then the other one is the Lucky Charm sets. The first set we're going to go into is the Golden Dream set. You do get this absolutely gorgeous gold lip gloss. I do love this. I think it's so beautiful. Then you get a very nice mauve pink lip liner, and then similar to that, you get the matching lipstick. I wasn't aware that these packagings were going to be these, which I just think is so cool. So you press the top and it pops out the bottom, and then you have your lipstick. This is a very beautiful shade, and I don't know if it's going to focus in on the etching on the side. So that is the Golden Dream set. I'm not seeing shade names for these. So each of the lip kits are $20 a piece. I don't think the pictures are as accurate online to what it looks like, but you know, that's just me, I guess. I really haven't used this one, that's why it's still in the packaging. This is the Lucky Charm set. This one's just not my favorite. Let's just talk about it. So this one has a clear lip gloss with a lot of green iridescent flakes in it, a pink green shift in this, which is very pretty. I just haven't worn it very much. And then it is a incredibly nude liner, which I think this is what's drawing me away from it, is that I just feel like I'm too pale for that color, but we'll see. I'll eventually try it on. And like I said, it does have that same pop, and it is a very nude lipstick. The color of it is very pretty. I just haven't tried it on myself, so I don't know. This is not something that I would usually be drawn to. This is kind of like as nude as it gets for me. I like the lipstick. I think it's very comfortable. This time I'm wearing the Golden Dream set. I do think it's very comfortable. I love that the lip gloss is not like sticky. It's just kind of like, it almost feels hydrating. It kind of reminds me of like a lip oil a little bit, more so than a lip gloss. For the next part, we have 2 sets of eyelashes. And once again, the packaging is just so cute. They definitely kill it with the packaging. So the first set is High Fashion, and they are quite a bit fluffier than the other pair here, which is the Daydreamer pair. That is the pair that I'm wearing. These are definitely very, I would say, more wispy, whereas the High Fashion are definitely a lot fuller, thicker. These are going to be bigger, bolder, whereas Daydreamer is just kind of like a lighter, wispier lash, which I love. And the lashes are $12 a piece. Then we are on to our last product. Our last product is the little highlighter palette. I do love the opening closure on this. I think it's really cute. So it does look like this. I will say from the start, these are not my favorite. They are wow pigmented, beautiful, magical. And if you are into that really pop and highlight, you'll love these. But like I'm more of a gold gal. But this gold in here is so glittery. I just don't feel like I could wear it. I like to put it in my inner corner and it looks absolutely divine there, or just all over my lid. It looks so good there. But this is not highlighter that I would wear on my cheeks because it is just so glittery. And I love it, but it is just so glittery. My skin is a little too light for this to look great. So we have Starstruck. It's got like purple, pink, blue shifts in it. It is very pretty. Then we have Blindin', which is in the middle, and that's got like a green gold shift to it. It kind of reminds me of if the Lucky Charms lip gloss was a highlighter. That's the one that it would be. And then the last one is Are You Kidding Me? Like I said, this one is extremely glittery, but it is so beautiful as an eye topper, as an inner corner highlight. I love that, but on my cheeks, I don't vibe with it as much. All in all, I think this is an amazing, beautiful collaboration. She did so good. I'm so proud of her. The highlighter palette is $20, which really for 3 highlighters, that's not bad at all. They are good size highlighters, and I don't think you're gonna have any problem with these lasting a while. They are very pigmented, so you definitely get your money's worth with this. So if you were to buy these separately from the collection, you would spend $162, but if you buy the collection, you get it for $149, and it was free shipping to Alaska, so that was great. The shipping does take forever, but it does say that online. But yeah, this is the look that I created. Like I said, if you want to see how this was done, make sure you stick on until the end. Without further ado, hi guys, how's it going? So I decided to take the 30 pan palette from the Mikayla X GLAMLITE collection, and my heart was drawn to those blues and purples. I really just love them so much, so that's what I ended up deciding on. I decided to take the floofiest blending brush, which I believe was the 01 blending brush, and there's the packer brush, the 02, and then we have a medium brush. But I'm dipping here into Mama Wang, and I am going to take that in windshield wiper motions all into my crease, and I pretty much blend the living daylights out of this. As you can see, I'm blending for like eternity, it feels like. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. And then we're going to dip into Pat Rice, which is also that other pretty purpley color, and I'm just going to basically repeat the same thing and blend until I can't blend anymore, because purples are really hard to work with, and these were no exception to that. After that, I start to dip into, I believe it's Mimu, which is the other purple color, and I'm focusing that more into the very, very crease of my eye, just to darken up that crease a bit before I start going into the blues, which is going to be the next step for me. And I'm just blending, and now I am going into the shade No Hash Lines, and I'm basically mainly focusing these on the outer corners, but also into that crease, but mainly the outer corners of my eye here, just to really brighten it up and get into that blue shade that I really want. And then at this point, I thought that the makeup just wasn't performing very well, and I was like, wow, this isn't showing up very well. Needed to take the screening off. So here we dipped into the shade 2021, and I'm basically just repeating what I did before, darkening the outer corners. And then I dipped into the shade Wicked Awesome, which I can just hear Mikayla saying. And now I am pressing NYX Glitter Primer. This is a godsend, you guys. So I'm packing that onto my eyelid. And now I am dipping into the shade You, which this shade is so stunning. I was shook by the pigment on this. So I am putting that all over my lid as you can see here, just packing that on. I really just loved the richness of this, and I wanted to go ahead and blend out the edges. Then I dipped into I Love You, which this is my favorite shade in the entire palette. I just think this is magic. I don't know how to explain it, but that is just the prettiest shade you could ever imagine. And now I am cutting those lines on my eyes with concealer and just blending that out just to give us a very nice sharp line there. I'm taking the shades You 2021 and I believe Wicked Awesome and just kind of blending those out under my eye just to give that effect, darkening up the outer corners and a little bit of the middle before I go into a shimmer on the bottom to kind of repeat. I decided to take You and repeat that on the bottom. Now I decided to take Glazed and mix it with Poppin' for my inner corner highlight. Here I'm taking one of my favorite eyeliners, that is the Wet n Wild Heartbreaker, and I decided to take the Daydreamer lashes because I am more of a wispy lash gal than I am a big full coverage lash. I couldn't remember really how to apply eyelashes because I don't wear them very often. Yeah, and these eyelashes were so forkin' long that I couldn't wear my glasses, so I had to take them off eventually. And here I mixed two of the highlighters together, which were Blindin' and Starstruck. Then I decided to take the Golden Dreams palette. This is my favorite lipstick set. I decided to take that. They are very creamy. I do love the packaging of the lipstick. I just think that is iconic. I do think that this lip shade does look different than it does online, but I do love this. Not super in love with lip gloss, but this lip gloss is the best. And that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new here, make sure you take a second to smash that subscribe button to become a member of the Toasty fam so we can get this thing started. Bye guys! Have a wonderful day. Love you, mean it.